In America, we have a long, rich history of hate. We do it pretty well out here. Not as good as some nations in the world because, we still got some bad stuff going on. But in today's day and age, there's no other group persecuted more than, of course, the Christians. We're going to look in a video real quick, a couple little things, and see how and why the Christians are so persecuted in America. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced forming a task force to tackle anti Christian bias in the U.S. What that anti Christian bias is really a mystery to me. I was trying to find some stuff before I got started on this video. I just couldn't find anything, but let's see what she has to say.
Thank you all for joining us today. We're excited to be here for the launch of the Task Force to Eradicate Anti-Christian Bias as outlined in the President's Executive Order. Joining me today are members of the task force and individuals who have been impacted by the anti-Christian bias. Together,
the anti-Christian bias. It's just running rampant in the streets. We're literally lynching Christians in the streets and making them eat pork on Fridays or whatever that is. No, I think that's Jewish people. My bad.
this task force will,
as you can tell, I'm not well
identify
versed in religion.
any unlawful anti-Christian policies, practices, or conduct across the government. Seek input from the faith-based organizations and state governments to end anti-Christian bias. Find and fix deficiencies in existing and regulatory practices that might contribute to the anti-Christian bias. As President Trump has stated, the Biden administration engaged in an egregious pattern of targeting peaceful Christians while ignoring violent anti-Christian offenses.
Wasn't Joe Biden like actually religious? He was a practicing Catholic that would actually go to church on Sundays and whatnot. Kind of the polar opposite of what Trump claims to be, or what he is. Trump claims to be, obviously Trump is Jesus. So that gives him even higher score than Joe Biden on the religious scale. But yeah, I mean, what did Joe Biden do that was so anti-Christian? I don't understand. Can you comment down below if you got any details on the matter? I'd love to hear it. But let's carry on with this.
The president is right. Biden's Department of Justice abused and targeted Christians. Pro-life Christians were arrested and imprisoned for peacefully praying outside abortion clinics. The FBI spied on traditional Catholics in
I'm not even going to look that up because I'm going to call BS on that right now. Yes, some protesters in front of abortion clinics do just silently pray, but they do have a history of getting violent, and it's not that rare, honestly. I've personally seen anti-abortion protesters get violent, not physically, but verbally. Not that that's that bad, I guess, but free speech.
in their parishes. President Biden declared Easter Sunday to be Transgender Day of Visibility. No longer. Vandalism against churches was 8 times higher in 2023 than it was in 2018.
Yeah, those churches are probably some of those some of those places where they did the staged leftist propaganda where they just wrote Black Lives Matter, I hate all whiteys on the side of it or something.
And it's at President Trump's directive, we ended those abuses at the Department of Justice on day one. We dropped 3 ongoing cases against pro-lifers and redefined the FACE Act to ensure that abuse would not continue and that American tax dollars were not used to support the weaponization of our legal system to target Christians.
Yeah, because we use our legal system to target Muslims and gay people and black people and any kind of minority group, really. That's what our legal system's for. We want to make sure we take care of all the baddies before we get to all the goodies, because good Christian values is always upheld in America, at least. I mean, look at the evangelicals. I mean, they've done nothing wrong, right? Right? Anyways, let's move on to I just wanted to pull this up as a reminder. This happened a few years back in Trump's last term, where he was holding up this Bible and just looking so natural. He clearly loves the Bible. Look at this one. I mean, let me move my thing real quick. He just clearly loves the Bible. I mean, there's no two ways around it, you know. I would have never guessed that, you know, he had 3 wives and cheated on all of his wives with porn stars constantly. I just pulled this up. Veterans Affairs agencies orders staff to report each other for anti-Christian bias. Whatever that means. Apparently there was an email sent out, all instances of anti-Christian bias, but that specifically seeks instances including any informal policies, procedures, or unofficial understandings of hostile Christian views. I just don't understand what this could mean. Okay? I get it. Christians think they are just the most battered people in America, but you know, this is just a way for the administration to do more fear mongering in the authoritarian government. I mean, we're on track right now for a fascist dictatorship. I truly hope that we can have another chance to elect another president after this, but it's looking bleak. It's getting bleaker and bleaker each day. But yeah, if you can hit the subscribe button, that'd help out massively. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to call me dumb in the comments, call me dumb in the comments. Love to hear it. Anyways, y'all have a good rest of your day.